This is the future.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Warframe video. Before we begin this video, please give me a couple of minutes to greet you advance Happy New Year. As we bid farewell to the chapters of the past year and stand on the threshold of a brand new one, my heart is filled with warmth and gratitude. May this coming year be a canvas of joy, love, and countless blessings for you and your loved ones. May each day unfold like a precious gift, wrapped in opportunities and sprinkled with moments of laughter and fulfillment. As the clock strikes midnight, let it herald not just the start of a new year, but the beginning of a journey filled with hope, resilience, and the unwavering belief in the beauty of fresh starts. Here's to embracing the unknown, cherishing the present, and crafting a future that resonates with the melody of your dreams. 2023 was tough, but keep your heads up high, Chad, as we dive into 2024 and conquer it with style. In today's video, we will be talking about Saryn and why I honestly think that she is finally back to her peak form. Don't get me wrong, Saryn never left Warframe, but was just on the sideline waiting for her second spotlight of fame. Now, if we talk about this Warframe, some of you might just say that she is the new queen who loves spreading her spores and watching enemies killed by the corrosive damage and viral from her fourth ability. Some of you would say that she is great when it comes to Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, but got dethroned with Thermal Sunder Garuda. However, if you are a hardcore Saryn fan, then you know that nuking is just like scratching the surface of this Warframe. Back in the days, I call Saryn as the condition overload goddess in one of the Warframes I really enjoy playing in endurance runs. Saryn back then is the only Warframe that can give you bonus multiple status to pair with your weapons and increase the overall damage of meta condition overload weapons back then, such as the Legion. Before, her Spore ability procs allows you to spread viral damage, and then you also got her Venom Dose augment that grants you corrosive damage to all attacks. So it's basically two elements in one ability, and all you need to do is mod your weapon with other combined elements such as radiation, magnetic, or even those solo element like heat to further increase the damage of your condition overload setup. Not to mention that you also got Toxic Lash that adds toxin damage that doesn't combine to other elements, and Miasma back then was purely corrosive. Basically, Saryn was the best condition overload Warframe before we even got Lavos, or even Varuna's Fangs of Raksh, or Citrine's Prismatic Gem. However, Digital Extremes reworked Saryn, and now her spores do corrosive damage, and then her Miasma now deal viral damage. And with all of the condition overload Warframes, it came to a point wherein I halted playing Saryn as my condition overload goddess. While Gloom Saryn with gundition overload setup kept me entertained for years, I still haven't got the urge to play the Warframe until the companion rework and Whispers on the Walls update. These two updates did revive my interest in playing a condition overload goddess, and right now I don't only get to proc just 5 statuses, but 8 to 10 statuses using different combination. Also, my Saryn is built in armor removal right now and increased damage to Miasma. And the best part is I am not limited to just using melee anymore, and in fact I call my build right now as gundition overload goddess Saryn. The build I'm using on my Saryn Prime is the same Gloom build I was using for years, replacing her Molt skill for more survivability. Gloom is the best in slot for Saryn in my opinion, as it's a combination of crowd control and lifesteal, perfect for high level plays with Saryn. I did not go for high range with overextended in my build since I use this for steel path missions such as Conjunction Survival while chill farming Steel Essence and Thrax Plasm to trade for arcanes and sell them to other players. If this was a nuking build, then I would go for overextended and slap blind rage instead of transient fortitude. The good thing here is that Equilibrium mod can now pick up health orbs even if your health is full, which adds to the energy maintenance of my Gloom Saryn. Gloom might have a limit of 10 enemies on its energy drain, but Arcane Energize is still not enough for me, and that is why I added Equilibrium in my setup. This mod pairs well with the Synth Deconstruct mode, and I just want to clarify that I don't use this mode to pick up health orbs, but to make enemies drop health orbs once my Sentinel damage them and they die from any sources. This with the Dariga Sentinel with Arc Coil allows it to proc the health orb buff on multiple targets, increasing the probability of dropping health orbs, which will be converted to energy. In addition, Dariga's Arc also procs Electric, which adds to the damage of my Saryn. Not to mention that it also procs the statuses that my Sentinel weapon have. In addition, I also can add Radiation and Corrosive in my Incarnon Torrid to make the damage of this gun go bananas while Galvanized Aptitude is equipped. With Radiated Reload, which you can get from the new Murmur enemies in Sanctum Anatomica, I can form Radiation without combining to other elements. Honestly, I can go with gas on this build and not Corrosive, but I decided not to since Corrosive is way better in terms of kill speed because I also added 2 Emerald Archon Shards, which increases the Corrosive stack to 14 for that full armor strip. In case you don't know, the status effect of Corrosive damage is Corrosion. It temporarily degrades the armor of the afflicted target by 26% for 8 seconds. Subsequent procs further reduce armor by 6% of the original armor up to 80% armor reduction in total after 10 stacks, with each stack having its own duration. To complete the 100% armor reduction, you have to gain 4 more stacks, and that can be accomplished with 2 new Emerald Archon shards. In addition, you gain increased damage in your abilities that are affected with spores when you add 1 more Emerald shard, preferably Tau Forged Emerald into your saryn. In fact, 2 Tau Forged Emerald shard with increased ability damage will give you Miasma a huge damage boost, and the last shard will be Yellow Toe Forged for the increased casting speed. With spores active, you can spread corrosive damage, and the Incarnon Torrid will shred enemies with the corrosive and radiation damage. The corrosive will stack faster, removing all armor of the enemies, making them vulnerable to your galvanized Incarnon Torrid. It's really a great synergy for my Gundition Overload Goddess Saryn build that you must try, and I'm having a great time using this build in Steel Path levels and beyond. So that's all about it. I hope that you enjoy this build and more videos to come next year. Happy New Year, everyone, and thank you all for your support. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope to see you again next time. Squad Leader signing off.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.